February 28th, 2026, I started a war between the Islamic Republic of Iran and the State of Israel. August 23rd, 1929, I caused a violent riot against the Jewish settlement in Mandatory Palestine. November 4th, 1995, I assassinated the Israeli Prime Minister, Yitzhak Rabin. On June 9th, 2017, I felt true love for the first time in my life. On November 9th, 1938, I began a pogrom against Jews all across Germany and Austria, later known as the Kristallnacht. On October 7th, 2023, I woke up in Jerusalem.
Welcome! Before we start, there are a few notes I would like to give about some of the content in the following performance which might trigger certain people. This includes, but is not limited to, topics such as war, genocide, sexual abuse, animal abuse, Israel, Palestine, Iran, child abuse, blood, balloons, use of weaponry, coprophagia, use of drugs and alcohol, crying, parents, public transportation, rock music, self-harm, fashion design, nuclear weaponry, sweat, folk dances, self-care, frogs, homosexuality, oranges, religion, and human bodies. However, in this performance, there will absolutely be no use of a recorded siren or any kind of loud noises.
Here stands an IDF officer. He wears a helmet and holds an M16 rifle. A big backpack is hanging from his right shoulder.
Here is an olive tree, full of green olives hanging from it.
Here is a little brown dog with huge eyes, shaking with fear.
Here is a podium. On it stands a burning tea light candle, and above it a pot of boiling water and a frog in it.
Here stands an Arabic bus driver. He has a mustache and a duvet jacket. On his back rides a young boy. He is a Jewish Orthodox, dressed in a suit and hat, holding a big vertical broomstick with his two hands.
The officer is bending on one knee, removing the bag from his shoulder. He opens the zipper and pulls out a gay pride flag. He is standing with the flag, spreading it wide.
The bus driver drops the kid on the floor.
The kid takes the broomstick and tries to hit the dog with it. The dog runs away behind the podium.
The bus driver takes from his jacket's pocket an uninflated balloon. He gives it to the kid. The kid drops his stick on the floor and starts blowing the balloon. And then he lets it go before tying it up. The balloon then flies around until it hits the ground again.
The dog starts barking from behind the podium.
Here is a simple grey living room couch, and on it lies my father. He reads a newspaper.
The officer walks towards the podium. He covers it with his flag.
The bus driver removes his jacket. He blows into it until it pops. Feathers are now scattered all around.
Here is just a pile of dead bodies.
The flag catches fire from the candle. The podium is burning.
The dog freezes as burning pieces of wood fall on him.
Here sits Itamar Ben-Gvir, the Israeli Minister of National Security. He holds a cream cake with a picture of a hanging rope on it and devours it with his 2 hands.
The officer is taking the broomstick from the floor. He is going towards Ben-Gvir, smashing the cake with the stick and shoving the rest of it into his throat.
The kid tries to hide in the backpack. There, he finds a king-sized joint. He reaches the fire, lights the joint with it, and starts smoking it.
The pot drops on the ground, and the frog rolls away from it, dead.
Ben-Gvir vomits. He continues vomiting until there's only blood coming out. The bus driver spreads his jacket on the pile of bodies and sits on it.
The dog licks the frog.
The boy, as high as a kite, falls into the burning pile.
The dog licks the frog.
His suit catches fire immediately. He wakes up and starts running around, screaming.
The dog licks the frog.
My father folds the newspaper and stands up.
Ben-Gvir is walking towards the olive tree while still vomiting blood. The tree becomes red and twisted.
The dog is trying to eat the frog part by part, separating its organs with his teeth. The officer is pushing the dog away from the frog with his stick. He then takes the remains of the frog and eats them.
The bus driver stands on the jacket-covered pile of bodies. He starts moving his hips circularly until the pile loses balance and falls.
The dead bodies stand up. They are all dressed in uniforms. They are surrounding the driver, holding hands and running in circles around him. 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 Running in circles around him.
My father walks towards the olive tree and starts to shake it.
Olives are rolling all over the room. Ben-Gvir is chewing raw olives that are falling into his mouth. Olives are rolling all over the room. The kid, blinded by the fire, runs over some of them and falls on the ground. Fire, blood is pouring from beneath his hat. Fire, blood, fire is pouring fire from the olive tree. Blood, fire is pouring from...
The officer is poking the couch with his stick. Blood oranges are pouring from it. He hands the oranges to the dancing bodies, who starts squeezing them on the bus driver.
My father takes the dog away from the
Fire!
and puts him on the couch.
The dog shits on the couch.
Here stands the Ayatollah Khamenei, masturbating.
Fire catches everything! Shouts and screams are heard all over the place. Fire! All
Everybody burst into tears.
Here lies a child who was saved by death from growing to become a terrorist.
Everybody starts laughing.
Fireworks and bullets are raining from above. Shit and blood and white feathers are flying all around the place. Here stands the Pope, reading a poem. Here is a little girl with 2 heads and 6 arms.
Everybody's eating each other.
The entire room is filled with bloody frogs that eat their shit and mumble prayers for the dead. Dead, dead, dead.
Everybody gets, at last, notifications on their phone announcing the event has ended. Please continue following instructions from the Central Home Front Command.
יש לפעול בהתאם להנחיות פיקוד העורף.